Working your way to the top might be a strenuous task, but since it comes with privileges like money, influence, and power, anyone would be willing to sacrifice their time. For a family to rule the world, they have to pay their dues by making an effort and doing some under-the-table transactions. From the family that owns the largest bank in the world, the family that reportedly funded wars since the 1900s, to the family that is worth the GDP of two countries combined. These families have undoubtedly won the economic game. So join us as we uncover some of the families that secretly rule the world. Before we get into the details, kindly give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more premium content. Now, let's spill some tea. The Rothschild family. Power, money, and influence. The Rothschild family has it all. The family is the real definition of old money, as their rise to prominence dates back to the 1700s, through the first popular Rothschild member, Mayer Rothschild, who established his banking business in the 1760s. Mayer Rothschild managed to bequeath his wealth and established an international banking family through his sons, who went on to establish businesses all over Europe. With the family's business in Paris, Frankfurt, London, Naples, and Vienna, making billions of dollars annually was certain for the Rothschild family. But the Rothschild family didn't just begin to exist in the 1970s. Their history dates back to the 16th century in Frankfurt, and the name is derived from the family house, Rothschild, built by Isaac Kelchanen in Frankfurt in 1567. Mayer, through his brilliant business ideas, was however lucky enough to put his family on the map. During the 19th century, the Rothschild family possessed the largest private fortune in the world, with an insane $400 billion. That's a lot of money. Just so you know, the Rothschilds are so wealthy that they could loan an entire country and continue to do business like nothing happened. Yes, they are that rich. In 1825, the family loaned enough coins to the Bank of England to avoid an economic liquidity crisis. They also loaned out £4 million to the British government with just a few hours' notice. Safe to say the Rothschilds are one of the few carefree families, but there are lots of conspiracy theories about them. The family's wealth declined in the 20th century, since it was divided among many descendants with businesses in the energy, agriculture, financial services, and wine-making sectors. However, conspiracy theorists believe the family remains relevant through their involvement in encouraging wars between governments. The family has been the subject of many conspiracy theories, which include the assassination of JFK, funding 9/11, and many more. But we will leave that to the conspiracy theorists. The Rockefellers. Silently loud, yeah. That is the best oxymoronic combo to describe the Rockefellers. The Rockefellers are a wealthy American industrialist family known for their business interests in petroleum, banking, real estate, mining, and politics. The family fortune was made after John D. Rockefeller and his brother William May Rockefeller founded Standard Oil. Today Rockefeller's business interests include petroleum ExxonMobil, pharmaceuticals Novartis, as well as banking institutions through Chase Manhattan Bank and other financial institutions, including Citibank. The Rockefellers rose to prominence in the 19th century and became known as one of the wealthiest families in the United States. During this period, they donated millions to charity. In modern times, they have become one of the most influential people in American history, with members that include former presidents and senators such as Nelson Rockefeller, who served as vice president under Gerald Ford, and Winthrop Rockefeller, who served as governor of Arkansas. The family is also known for their philanthropic donations, with one of their most notable contributions being the Rockefeller Center. The Windsor family. Not many people know the Windsor family because the royal family are not often called by their last name. According to the information on the royal family's website, the reason behind this is that the royal family members can either be known by the name of the royal house or their last name. The Windsor family, however, is basically known as the British royal family. Their reign started in 1917, and Prince Charles presently heads the dynasty after the demise of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, some months ago. All members of the family are known to live a stealthy life away from public scrutiny not until recently due to the controversy surrounding the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry, and his wife. The Windsor family practically owns Britain, and beyond that, they have territories across the world that have been ceded to the family for ages. The late Queen, for instance, owns 1/6 of the land available on Earth, which is equivalent to 6 billion acres of land, and manages Britain's $2.7 trillion alongside 15 other countries which are part of the Commonwealth realm. The late Queen's rule over the Commonwealth realm makes the Windsor family boast over $25 trillion in net worth. To clear your doubts, Prince William's and Kate Middleton's kids are already making 10 digits, and neither of them is 10. That's insane. At this stage, one might consider getting married to a Windsor. Unlike the Rothschild family, the Windsors are so popular that British and non-British tattoo the name of the late Queen on their body. But what is popularity without money? The Windsor family, apart from their insane net worth, have a vast collection of expensive property scattered all around the world. The Windsors boast of Buckingham Palace, worth $4.9 billion, the Crown Palace, worth $19.5 billion, the Kensington Palace, worth over $630 million, the Duchy of Cornwall, worth $1.3 billion, alongside some really expensive art collections, estimated to be worth over $4 billion. We are halfway through, guys, and there are more details to come, so stick around. If you are enjoying the video, kindly hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so. The Koch family, typically pronounced as the Koch, is an American family best known for their control of the Koch Industries, which is the second largest privately owned company in the United States of America. The Koch company recorded a massive $155 billion revenue in 2019, putting them on par with other affluent families around the world. The Koch's riches started with Fred Koch, who developed a new cracking method for refining heavy crude oil into gasoline. The Koch brothers, Charles and David, however, moved the family from 99 to 100 by investing and expanding their already flourishing company. The duo funneled financial revenue into television and multimedia advertising with lots of subsidiaries and companies that are basically into everything. Some of their acquisitions worthy of mention is the purchase of $22.5 billion Georgia-Pacific, the largest distributor of papers. Similarly, the Koch brothers lavished $7.5 billion on acquiring Molex, an electronic component company. The Kochs are the real definition of power, as some United States politicians speak their language. It wouldn't be surprising if Charles Koch decided to contest for a political office in the future. The Morgan family literally rules the banking world. They control most of the world's banks, stock markets, mainstream media, and governments. The family was notably prominent from the late 19th century to the early 20th century. The Morgans amassed an immense fortune through the work of John Pierpont J.P. Morgan. In 1893, there was an overflow of U.S. surplus gold to foreign nations, almost crushing the U.S. economy. John saw an opportunity that no other did. He put together a group of starry-eyed bankers, which included the Rothschilds. Morgan then proceeds to use the U.S. bond to buy back gold from foreign investors. The gold and bond exchange allowed Morgan to control the U.S. gold supply effortlessly. He was also prominent for revolutionizing major industries like electricity, railroad, and steel. Morgan's involvement with major industries made it possible for him to manipulate the economy. Due to his influence in the economy, Morgan got away with anything and everything. He slashed workers' wages and did all sorts of things. Well, not so much has changed about the family, and J.P. Morgan is, to this day, blamed for practices of predatory lending, which resulted in the 2008 global financial crisis. The House of Saud. Finally, we have a family outside of Europe. The Saud royal family is from the Middle East and is a descendant of Mohammed bin Saud. They have consistently ruled the kingdom since 1774, currently under the leadership of Salman al Saud, who also doubles as the King of Saudi Arabia. The family controls 20% of the world's oil reserves. This means that they rule the world in a way we do not realize. Oil-rich countries undoubtedly have the edge over other countries without oil. Now, considering Saudi Arabia controls 20, that is definitely a big deal. The Saud royal family is estimated to comprise over 15,000 members, but only 2,000 possess influence, wealth, and power. In 2015, Forbes listed Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, a grandson to the first king of Saudi Arabia, as the 34th richest man in the world, with a net worth of $22.6 billion. That could mean one thing: all members of the royal family are stinkingly rich. As of 2020, the combined net worth of the entire royal family has been estimated at around $100 billion, which makes them the richest royal family among all monarchs, as well as one of the wealthiest families in the world. Although some estimates of the royal family's wealth put the figure as high as $1.4 trillion, that's like Belgium's and Sweden's GDP combined. Conspiracy theories aside, these families have all it takes to start a country on their own, literally. We have similar content for you. So, how about you check out the next video? Also, don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more premium content.